Every tire you've ever seen on a brand new car has colored lines on it. Red, green, white, yellow, sometimes all four at once. Nobody at the dealership explained them. No mechanic ever brought it up. Most people figure they just wash off, and they do, so they never think twice. But in 1992, a factory halted thousands of tires because those lines were wrong. Not the tires, just the lines. So why would a factory shut down over a little bit of paint? You've looked at brand new tires your whole life. Bright lines on the tread. White, red, green, yellow. Most people assume it's just factory paint that wears off. And they're right that it wears off. But they're completely wrong about why it's there. Those lines were never made for you. Not for the customer, not the driver, not even the mechanic. They were made for the people inside the factory, and the job they do is way more critical than it looks. Stick around, because in 2 minutes, you'll find out what happens when those lines get applied wrong, and it is not pretty. Before a tire is a tire, it starts as raw rubber tape, an endless flat ribbon squeezed out of a machine called an extruder. Think of it like a giant pasta press, except it's scorching hot rubber under massive pressure, stretching hundreds of meters across the factory floor. That tape already has different rubber compounds layered inside it. Harder rubber in the center for grip, softer rubber at the edges for the sidewalls. But to the naked eye, every single roll looks completely identical, pure matte black, zero difference. You could have rubber for a city sedan sitting right next to rubber for a heavy-duty truck, and you literally could not tell them apart. That's a massive problem when you're making thousands of tires a day. So how does the factory keep track? The solution is so simple, it's almost funny, but it's absolute genius. Right as the hot rubber tape leaves the extruder, it passes under a small inkjet printer. That printer stamps a thin colored line onto the tape. The color, or combination of colors, is a code. White line? That's rubber for a compact sedan. Red and green? Heavy SUV. 2 blue stripes? High-speed performance tire. The meaning is different at every single manufacturer. There's no global standard. Each factory writes its own internal code. But inside that factory, every worker and every automated scanner can read any roll in under a second. No label, no database, just a glance at the stripe. Simple, right? But here's the part that'll actually mess with your head. What happens when that system breaks down? Because it did, and the result was terrifying. In 1992, a batch of tires made it almost to the shipping dock before someone noticed the colored lines were wrong. Wrong colors, wrong placement, which meant somewhere in that factory, the wrong roll of rubber had been pulled off the shelf. Externally, those finished tires looked perfect. Same tread pattern, same size, same black color as every other tire in the batch. But the rubber compound inside was completely different. Different hardness, different weight distribution, different performance characteristics. Thousands of tires were pulled back for full inspection. The line was shut down. Enormous financial loss. And that wasn't even the scariest incident. At a test track, a sports car doing 140 miles per hour started losing control, all because one tire was built from the wrong rubber. Here's how that happened. During a high-speed test run, engineers noticed critical instability in a sports sedan at top speed. All 4 tires looked brand new and identical. Same model, same tread, same everything. But when they pulled the tires off and sent them to the lab, the results shocked even experienced engineers. One tire had been assembled from a rubber blank meant for a completely different model. Similar profile, totally different compound. The missing colored line on that raw blank meant the assembly line worker never caught the mix-up. It made it through every check. So now you know what the lines actually do. But here's what I haven't told you yet. Why does almost everyone believe they mean something completely different? These myths are wild. Because nobody in the industry ever officially explained colored tire lines, drivers invented their own answers, and those myths are legendary. The most common one: the color tells you the rubber compound. Red means hard summer rubber. Blue or green means soft winter compound. Sounds logical. Completely wrong. The codes are different at every manufacturer. A red line at Michelin means something totally different from a red line at Bridgestone. Then there's the quality myth. Green lines mean perfect tires. Yellow or red lines mean factory defects being sold at a discount. No factory is marking defective tires for customers to spot. That's not how safety works, and that's not how liability work. But wait, those aren't even the most interesting markings on a new tire. There are dots on the sidewall too, and they do something completely different. Here's what those actually mean. Look at the sidewall of any brand new tire, and you'll spot small colored dots, usually yellow, sometimes red. These have absolutely nothing to do with the tread lines. They're a completely separate system, applied after the tire is fully built. The yellow dot marks the lightest point on the entire tire. When it gets mounted on your rim, that dot is supposed to line up with the valve stem, the heaviest point on the rim. That alignment minimizes imbalance before the wheel even hits the balancing machine. Most tire shops skip this. Most drivers never know it exists. The red dot marks the stiffest point in the carcass, the point of highest radial force. Line it up correctly, and your ride smooths out noticeably. Two totally different marking systems, both invisible to most drivers. But here's the big question nobody asks. If factories now have robots and laser scanners, why do they still bother with colored lines at all? Modern tire factories have optical sensors, AI scanners, robotic arms, laser profile readers. So why still use paint? Because every digital system can fail. Dust on a lens, a power flicker, a software crash, and it can fail silently with no alarm. In those moments, when the automation goes dark mid-shift, a worker needs to be able to look at a roll of rubber and know exactly what it is in 1 second. The colored line doesn't need power. It doesn't need calibration. It doesn't need a network connection. It just works. Modern factories don't replace the lines with automation. They use both. The robot reads the stripe, and if the robot fails, the human reads it. That's what real engineering discipline looks like. And it all comes back to one simple truth about why the most clever solutions are usually the most obvious ones.